Hey guys, this is Justin again with another video. This is going to be the video for the Master Grade Shin Musha Build off with my boy Geo. We're going to break this kit down into a few, the videos for this kit down into a few different parts. So for this video, I think we're going to focus on the frame and detailing. Next, we're going to focus on armor and some of the additional stuff that comes with the kit, and then probably a video on masking, because there's a lot that needs to be masked in this kit. And then finally we're going to talk about the weapons. We're going to do the weapons in their own video. So let's, without further ado, jump into the first part of this video.
Alright guys, so the first step in working with the inner frame is breaking the frame down and figuring out what pieces are going to be which color. For me, this depends on the way I plan to paint the rest of the kit. Sometimes I use the parts of the frame to create a level of contrast with the rest of the model. Other times I go for what I consider to be a more realistic look. For this particular model, I think we're going to go with the latter. When I'm working with the frame, I try to use the color of the plastic to help envision whether I want the frame to be a dark color or a light color. Usually, I like a really dark metallic color for my frames, as I feel it looks incredibly nice and kind of nudges those additional details along and helps them stand out a little bit more in the final product. So let's go ahead and break the frame down. Alright guys, so before we jump into the fun stuff, let's give a shout out to some patrons. This month we've got Andy, Gil, SD, and Rex. Thanks a bunch, guys. Now, before you start painting your frame, I'm going to recommend laying down a layer of primer. I'm not going to go super in depth on this topic in this video, but if you watched my last video, I plan on covering it in a video with my friend Thomas, so stay tuned for that. For the inner frame, I'm going to prime the model in black. This is going to create a smooth, easy to look at surface to make sure that there's no problems before I start applying paint. Being black, it improves the look of the metallic paints that go over top. Now we're going to add my favorite frame paint. This is Alclad Steel. It's a nice dark tone. It's got a slight hint of warmth to it. It looks fantastic on guns and any kind of exposed detail. When spraying metallics, I try to use light layers and build up the effect until I reach a point that I'm satisfied with the shine. The next thing we're going to talk about is what I call freestyle detailing. This is painting simple shapes and details in the armor without using any kind of masking tape. All I do is turn my pressure down a little bit, move in a little bit closer to the model, and spray light bursts until I've filled the area that I want to cover. The last technique that we're going to cover here is masking the frame. I try to be kind of minimal here unless the frame has a load of detail to paint. I take a look at each piece and figure out which details I want to highlight. I place masking tape carefully around those spots, leaving that detail exposed. And then to mask off rounded areas, I'll use blue tack that I roll into a ball, press it onto the model, and kind of adjust it with a toothpick. As always, I hope you guys liked the video. If you want to see more, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me rate better in searches. If you want to further support this channel, there's a t-shirt store on my Patreon page down below. patrons are going to get videos about a week in advance and full resolution galleries anytime I put a model out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.